And we have these many dreams and we don't even really know or desires. And I'm sure I'll call some of them here. Maybe you are that person that can make one of them come true. I'm not going to take that for granted. So I will talk about some of them. Hello everyone. I used to wonder why YouTube videos always started with hello guys. Here I am saying hello guys. Welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dot. I am IH, the connector, and we're glad to have you on this episode. We talked about dot. D is for your desires. I also call them your dreams. O is your opportunities. T is your talents, and S skills. And we're taking this journey to see how they connect and see where else God will take us as we walk along this path. So thank you, welcome, and let's have a good episode, shall we? All right, so today we want to look at desires. We're taking the dots and we're going to try to take them one by one. Though I must tell you that I think they are intertwined. I will try to talk about desires, but opportunities will come and talents will come and skills will come in. Maybe that's the connection. So let's just stay with me, and it's a journey for all of us. It's as exciting for you as it is for me because we both don't know where this is going. But we are going on it anyway. All right, so desires, like we said in the last episode, a desire, I call it a dream. It's something that you desire to do, something you want. It's in your heart, it's on your heart, could be a passion as well, but it's something that you want. I think I have many dreams, and I'm sure I'll call some of them here. Maybe you are that person that can make one of them come true. I'm not going to take that for granted. So I will talk about some of them. And we have these many dreams and we don't even really know or desires. We don't even know that they are dreams. Some of them are hidden in your hobbies. There are things you enjoy doing in your pastime and you don't even know it's a dream. For example, I love to read. Like I said, I'm interested in a diverse number of things. One of them is reading. I like reading books. I like reading articles, blogs. I like to read. I'm that girl who, when I was younger, if you sent her to buy bread or roasted plantain, like we do in West Africa, it would be wrapped in a piece of old newspaper. I'm that girl who will read the newspaper before she brought you your bread. Between the bread seller or the roasted plantain seller and you, we've read the newspaper that it's wrapped in. I like to read like that. I can stop in the middle of the road and read something and then continue. And so it was just like a hobby, it's like something I do to relax. I remember in secondary school, I schooled in Nigeria, and I don't know if the system is still the same, but when I was in school, it used to be that when you got to senior secondary school, you had to pick 8 to 10 subjects that you would major on. And I was in that class that was pure science. So we're doing things like physics and chemistry, biology. In my time, it was called further math. I think in Ghana it's called elective math or something, yes. And math, those type of very scientific things. But when I finished picking my science subjects, I think I still had like a slot or two. And I picked literature. And people didn't understand. I remember the first time I walked into the literature class. Someone looked at me and said, "What are you doing here? Are you lost?" I was like, "No, I'm not lost. Do you know what subject we've gathered for?" I said, "Literature." And they're like, "But you are biology, chemistry. Why are you here?" And I couldn't start explaining that I just love the subject. For me, it was the relaxing subject. So when I sit up to read, solve physics, go through math, go through chemistry, when it was time for literature, I would lie down because it was a relaxing thing for me. And we'd be in the class and we're reading Shakespeare. And the literature students were lost, but I understood everything and it was fun. I got the language, I got all of that. So and later in life, now I write. And I realized that what was a hobby was actually like a talent, and that I desired to explore the literature space, but I didn't even know. I just thought it's something I enjoy doing. So there's that thing about desires and dreams. You may not, and there may be many, you may not have identified it, and it may not just be one thing. This is my watchword, and it's from Samuel, 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 3. And Nathan said to the king, and that's King David, "Go, do all that is in thine heart, for for the Lord is with thee. Now, backstory to this is King David had decided that I'm going to build God a house. And if you read on, you see where God spoke with Nathan. One of the things that surprises me is that it looked as if God was surprised. David was an outstanding man. I can talk about David the whole episode because he's one of my favorite. I have many, but he's one of my favorite Bible characters. But yeah, God sounded blown away by that. And then he told Nathan, tell David not to worry. His son will do it. And I sensed the Holy Spirit telling me, you have a dream. You've checked the things. You've checked that it's not against, like, God's will. There are parts of his will that are clearly stated out in the Bible, clearly stated out. Don't kill, don't steal, don't lie. Remember, like, honor the Lord your God. Don't have any idols. You know, those things, they are clearly stated out. It doesn't go against any of these things. Number one, check. Number two, it's not illegitimate. So you're not breaking any laws. You're not breaking any rules. Check. Three, you are not harming anybody. Okay. When these things are checked, how do you still know you should go ahead? And this is what I believe he told me. He said, you go ahead and do it. If I want you to stop, I'll stop you. That's what I did with David. David said he wanted to build me a house. It was a dream he had. It was like a desire. He started, he set off on it. I'm going to do this. I've put things aside, and I stopped him. So if you are doing something, of course, remember that you must be walking with him. This is maybe particularly to people who are like me, people of faith, who want to make sure that we don't step out of God's will. It is important that you are walking with him. As you are walking with him, follow your desires. If there is something he doesn't want you to do, he will stop you. That's what I believe. If there's something he doesn't want you to do, he will stop you. Until he stops you, do it. Because as Christians, we tend to just sit and wait. It's like I'm waiting on God's will. And next thing you know, we're in a rocking chair with our hair gray, we're knitting, and I just been waiting on the will of God, y'all. Like, seriously, your life has gone by and you did nothing because and many of us feel like it must be dramatic. Like, you will hear there's a thunder, brrr, and then my daughter, go ahead and make that trip. Many of us will not hear that. But many times, that thing in your heart that is saying, I really want to do this. I really desire to do this. That's what I do. I check. Is it against his clearly stated will? No. Is it legitimate? No. Does it harm anybody? No. Okay, I'm going to give it a try. It may not earn me anything. It may look like it's nothing. But when I stand before him, I can say that I desired this and I did it. You know, so I hope that you have found something. You're beginning to identify what your desires are, what your dreams are. All right, so that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next episode. Bye.